I see the green light. I know we're good. Yeah, we're good. Oh, I see the green light. All right, so Coffee Talk Coach CK. I want to share with you guys why Craig keeps talking about all this God stuff, right? Like, why am I sharing all these Bible verses? Like, what does that have to do with fitness? What does it even have to do with life? If I'm just a nutrition coach, why am I over here talking about all this stuff? So I want to share this framework with you. It changed the way that I look at God and religion and life in general. And it's been a process, right? So number one, the framework is the word to wisdom to work to wealth. And I've shared it, but I'm just going to break it down for you because I try to explain why I think it's powerful and why I want to teach it to you guys. And anybody that wants to, you're just welcome to join in on any of these calls that I go to on Tuesday. They're free. Or if you want me to work with you one-on-one and helping you do it, happy to do it. Like, this is not for charge thing. It's just like, this is something that I feel strongly about because it's helped me so much. And I feel like it is critical if I don't do it. Like, this is my gospel, right? You know, I talk about sharing the gospel. Like, if you've been in the church ever, it's like we're all supposed to share the gospel. What does that mean? Well, to me, it means sharing your experience with others so that they can understand like your perspective. I think that's our mission, right? To share like what God is doing in our life. And so before, I kind of had like a God piece over here and I had real life over here, and they were separate. So I'll get into it. But number one, the framework. Okay. Framework is reading the word of God, taking that word and getting wisdom from it. And then taking that wisdom and going and doing work with it. And then that work turning into wealth, right? So there's a 4-part. And the first piece is the word, right? And again, what I shared in the other video is like you can get really wisdom from anywhere, right? God is everywhere at all times and he's all powerful. And like, I could be reading a secular book. I could be reading like the Encyclopedia Britannica. I could be reading Harry Potter. I could be watching a TV show. Like, my wife gets revelations from watching shows, right? It's about tapping into God and getting, the wisdom through what you're watching, and he can help you. But the cool thing about the word is it's literally the word of God. It's the blueprint for life, right? So like, I look at life as a simulation, as a video game. And it's like, this is like the player's manual. It's the owner's manual. It's the book on how to do it, right? It's the cheat codes. It's the rules. It's everything there. It's the characteristics of who God is. It's truth, right? So like, you're reading the word. The word was there at the beginning of time. This is like it's powerful, right? So we're using that as our reference book, but I just want you to think about it as a book. You don't even have to be a Christian. You don't even have to do anything. It's just, this process is super powerful for anybody. You can be Muslim, Hindu, Jewish, whatever, but the book is the Bible for me right now. So that's the word, right? The word of God. Okay. Word. You get the word, you read it. The wisdom piece. I'm praying and I'm asking God. So I'm assuming a posture of taking a knee, right? I'm assuming a posture of humbleness. I'm assuming a posture of asking, of requesting, of being a student, of submission, saying, hey, I don't have it all figured out. This is really critical. The heart posture is critical. That's how you get the wisdom. If I think I know it all, there's no wisdom for me to get, right? Wisdom is something that a student gets from a teacher. And so you're treating God like a teacher, like a mentor, like a coach, right? And you're asking questions. That's critical. He's then giving you the wisdom. The wisdom is something that you can apply directly to your life. It's a revelation upon what you're reading in this story that is directly related to your experience through your perspective. It has nothing to do with the historical context or what the Bible means or who did what, if it's real. I don't give a shit about any of that. It's just a revelation based upon that story and how I'm relating it to my life. That's the cool part. So the wisdom is then, how can I apply what I'm reading about and learning that God's giving me this idea, this framework, this seed to plant into the third piece of the framework, which is the work, right? So now I've got this wisdom. It's giving me something to do in my direct life. That's my business. That's my marriage. That's with my kids, parenting. It's with my health and my fitness. It's something to do to apply to walk closer with him and to have a positive impact. That's the work. I have to obey that thing that he's telling me to do. I write it down and I have an action that I have to take, something that I shouldn't be doing anymore. Maybe it's I'm too crowded out with life. A lot of mine were stops at the beginning. Stop doing this. You're overcrowding yourself. Maybe it's start doing something new, right? I need to start tithing, right? I need to start giving money. Maybe I need to start having a little bit more rest time. Maybe I need to start going to bed earlier, right? So whatever it is, a stop, a start, or maybe it's just something, hey, you're on the right track. Keep doing this. That's sustaining doing what you're doing. So one of those three actions across my business or my marriage or my parenting relationship or my, my health, my fitness, or my walk with God. So those things are real life work, real life actions that are applied into my actual real life. It makes my life better. That's the fourth quadrant. The fourth quadrant of the piece of the frame is the wealth, right? I'm getting a result and a return on my investment of being obedient and taking action. Now I get a result. This is very practical. It's not about money. Wealth is about money, but it's also not about money. It can be about money, right? I'm a business owner. If I take action upon reaching out to a certain person that God told me to reach out to, I get a sale. That sale puts money in my bank account, right? Because I added value to that specific person's life. And if it's like hiring the right person, he's helping me to guide my hiring and firing decisions. I hire or fire the right person. I implement strategies in my business that allow people to get better results. Like my business grows. Same with my marriage. Communication increases. My marriage improves. I have more sex. That's wealth. That's fruit, right? I use example of my daughter. Like I was not seeing eye to eye with her, and it was like giving me wisdom and insight on how to have a conversation to heal that relationship. Boom, and we're better. Like that's wealth to me. Like being able to communicate with a teenage kid, like that's wealth, right? So you've got wealth in all these four quadrants. It's not necessarily money, but yes, reading the Bible can help you make more money. Like this is practical, practical application. And so that was my big differentiation. Is before I had two pieces to my life. I had the spiritual life and I had real life, right? And I wanted to be spiritual, follow God. I wanted to go to church. I wanted to sit and pray. I wanted to read the Bible. I'm highlighting all this shit. And then like, I have to go work, right? So I'm over here for a couple hours. And that whole time I'm maybe getting cool revelation, feeling connected to God, but then it's taking away from me working or spending time with my family or making more money. And so that's just pull. So now I'm over here and I'm trying to do that myself. All right, God, hold on, hold that thought. I'm going to go over here and work. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to go over here, make this money, and then I'll come back. And it was like this constant tug of war where one took away from the other. I want to be in God's will, but God's will wasn't over here me making money. And with this framework, it allows them to connect, right? Because now I'm in his will and I'm taking actions that he's telling me to take to improve those areas. You guys see the distinction? So that was a huge revelation for me and a distinction where God isn't this abstract thing. Hey, pray to this guy in the sky. My buddy, we're always joking. It's like this Mickey Mouse or Santa Claus. Oh yeah, this imaginary figure. It's like, dude, this is real life application to my life to improve my life, to be a better human, to enhance my bank account, to enhance my relationship so that I'm having better communication. So I'm being a better husband, father, dad. Like this is real. This is what it actually is. I have a sense of peace. I have purpose. I have this feeling. And so I'm taking that and applying it into my life. And then that cascades out into the people that are in my life, right? My employees, my family, the customers, then they all get to feel that. And that's what I think it means to bring, the kingdom of heaven into earth. Is like I'm utilizing what God's giving me, I'm sharing it, and I'm putting that forward. I'm making decisions, I'm taking action that makes it real. And then that brings the heavenly realm down into the earth. So kind of a long way of explaining it, but we have the we have the word, we have the wisdom, we have the work, and then we have the wealth. And this cycle continues every day. And when you play in that cycle, it's a beautiful thing because I'm taking guided actions. And the revelation for me, besides this connection of the two, right? So now that I'm here in the word more, but I'm working more because he's guiding me on what actions to take in my business. So there's a congruency and alignment. That's number one. But then the other piece is this capacity. As I increase my capacity, the person and the version of me that is tackling these tasks, That's having hard conversations at work, hard conversations with my spouse, my family, being present, being patient, being understanding. That version of me, when I have this spirit, this power from God, that guy is a superhero. Not because I'm great, it's because I have this extra power, right? I have the God power, I call it. I've downloaded that from him. I got the wisdom from him. So now I'm interacting with this extra, capacity, and that allows me to complete more things with better results and doing the right things. I'm not just going in the dark and doing a bunch of random shit, hoping it works out. I'm not getting frustrated and short and being an asshole to the people I love. It's like the old version or the Craig version by himself was unable to complete all of these four areas. But this God powered version is stronger and more patient and better skilled because he has insights and wisdoms that he got from the creator of the game, and he's looking through this manual and he's giving me stuff, and it's like a cheat code. So that's why I want to pass it on to you guys. This framework has been awesome. It's been life changing. Still applying it, still a rookie, still a student, still humble in the posture, but like I have to share with you guys because it's so powerful and impactful, and I only see it getting exponentially better. And the more people that understand it and utilize it, then the better it is for everybody, period. So that's what I'm sharing. I love you guys. If you want more info, hit me up. I'm happy to talk about this stuff all day. And yes, I still do fitness. If you want to get shredded, I will still help you with that. This piece of the puzzle helps your fitness results stay long term. As bizarre as that is, when you can change your identity and you know who you are and you know what you want and where you're going, you set that North Star, you have your identity in this Christ, in the Spirit, then that version of you will take the correct actions to allow you to become the person that you're supposed to be physically as well as mentally and emotionally. So yes, this works for the fitness game. If someone is willing to get aligned spiritually and mentally and pick like a North Star that aligns across the four areas of their life, the fitness piece becomes really simple. And on the same flip side, if you have a outlier of a goal, I want to get completely shredded for X reason, and it does not align with your business and how much money you make or who you want to be for your family or where you see yourself in 3, 5, 10 years, then you may lose weight or gain muscle or whatever for a short time, but it's going to fall right back off because you will always fall to the level of your identity. So getting your identity locked into place first is the game changer. So, all right, guys, getting way long-winded. I love you. Have an awesome week.